Apparently that's how I introduce my videos now. Cool. Right, so hi guys. Nice to see you all again. Well, not really. You see me. I don't see you. Well, actually I do. You just don't see me when I see you. Anyway, so today's video, I'm going to tell you guys how to sleep by yourself, not with anyone. I'm not going to give tutorials of how to do that sort of stuff. But basically, I think you'll realise that when you sleep, there are different reasons why you sleep how you do. For example, let me start you with a very basic sleeping method and the possible reasons for it. I like to call this one the cuddler. Now, you may or may not know why you're sleeping like this, but the fact is you are. The reason you're probably sleeping like this is because you're missing another certain special other half, or you don't have another special other half. Or it's because in the last half an hour, you realised you're going to be #forever alone. Oh no. Poor you. That's a sad tale of woe. The next one is something I like to call bed planking. Bed planking? Yes. Bed planking. You might be thinking, now Declan, surely bed planking is just planking, but in your bed. And planking is something you usually do in a public place, you know, to look as retarded as possible. But no, this is bed planking. The reason it's called bed planking is because well, you guessed it, you plank in the confines of your bed. Now, the reasons behind the bed plank is that, number one, you could be practicing for a planking competition. Maybe a national planking competition. You're practicing in your bed. It's cozy, it makes sense. Number two, you've been paralysed in your bed. You physically cannot move. Pikachu has come up to you, used paralysis on you, and you're stuck for about 2 turns. Or number three, you've entered a severe state of depression and you just can't be bothered to move. Not even the smallest bit. So you just give in to the bed plank and life becomes so much easier. Now granted, number 3 was probably the most likely out of those 3, but that doesn't mean number 1 and 2 aren't possible. Don't doubt me. This is all making sense so far. I like to call the third one the filler, and that's because you crush your head between 2 pillows. There's no good reason for this really. The reasons for this can usually be that you've got some very loud people in the house, you've got some very loud neighbours, maybe, you've got a very loud dog outside that won't shut the fuck up, or maybe, just maybe, you're trying to smother yourself. And I wouldn't recommend that. I'd recommend sticking to the bed plank for that. Number 4 is the peekaboo. Now this name is quite fitting because it's usually because when you're shitting yourself, because you've just seen a horror movie or just read something horror related and you cannot hold your bum hole tight enough because you are shitting it so hard. So you think the only solution is to pull your covers just below your eyes, hence the peekaboo. Now unfortunately this method can come with its own side effects, which can include sweating, possible bleeding, salivating, just lots of body fluids coming out when they shouldn't be. I would consult a doctor about this first. So my best advice is to try and avoid the peekaboo when you can. Now number 5 is an interesting one. I like to call number 5 the randomer. Now this is because usually you're trying to sleep but you're so deep in thought that you just can't even come close to doing that. You're thinking about something more important like candy floss or sheep or candy floss coated sheep. And so you resort into covering every little bit of the surface area of your bed and getting every part of your body to touch it. And although the randomer is probably the weirdest out of all of them, it is the most fun. And then there's number 6. We all hate number 6. I don't even have to tell you what number 6 is, and I know you hate it. Number 6 is the no sleeper. I know that probably sounds a bit pointless considering this video is called How to Sleep, but that's beside the point. The no sleeper is where you know you've got to be up in the morning. You've tried going to sleep. You can't go to sleep. You've tossed and turned about 1,000 times. You've counted every time you've turned. You've resorted to stripping down and sleeping naked because you know it feels better that way. It doesn't work. So after trying all techniques from 1 to 5, you give up all hope of trying to sleep. So you go on a rampage. You just start turning more. You try and find a position which is comfortable. You try absolutely everything which is physically possible in your bed to try and make yourself go to sleep. Over the night, it usually looks something a bit like this. Nobody likes the no sleeper. So anyway guys, that concludes today's methods of sleeping. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do take the time to like the video. I never know which side it's on. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you haven't followed me on Twitter and Facebook, please do so, as I will hopefully be live streaming soon, either with Google Hangouts or YouNow. So go on Twitter and Facebook, or one of them, and I will tell you when I'm doing that, and then you can see me and I can see you, and we can have virtual fun times. That wasn't creepy, was it? Oh, by the way, do you like my shirt? So anyway, guys, please tell me in the comments which type of sleeper are you. Don't put the no sleeper because that doesn't count and it's horrible. And tell me if there are any other methods of sleep that you do. Right, guys, thanks for watching. I love you so much. Have a good night's sleep. Eat my hair, by the way.
Subscribe.